What's up, everybody, and welcome again to another edition of TMGeek. We are right in the middle of Season 2, and we have another awesome matchup for you tonight. I am your host, Kevin, the Philosopher Boss, and joining me tonight on the desk is Aaron Canole. How are you, buddy?
Good. Happy to be back here and excited to have these two guys going up against each other. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. One guy coming back from last season had a good first matchup, and then ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw in the tournament. But and then the second competitor is new to TMGeek, but you have all seen him all over the fan leagues. So let's jump into it. We'll go ahead and bring in our first competitor. He is 1-1. He is Caleb, mashed potatoes, Hansen. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, 1-1. I'm looking forward to making that a little more weighted towards the positive for me. I I feel like that was a really long time ago, though. Other than the stoner match, I think I haven't played a match in like 6 months, so I'm just kind of knocking the rust off and seeing what happens. Haven't seen Sandy in a long time, so it should be a lot of fun. I remember, I think he was one of the first guys I actually played in the Jote back when it was the Schmoes Bros.
Oh, yeah.
Inner geekdom, and he thoroughly whipped my ass on Star Trek. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I got my vitamin C, got my orange juice. I'm ready to go.
There you go. Pump full of vitamin C. Let's see what it can do for you. Aaron, anything for Caleb before we get started?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess my question to you would be, what was the kind of, because obviously you're one of the last people to kind of make your return to the league, you getting the matchup against Sandy. You had a great first match, and it'd be remiss to say you didn't have you had a great second match too. It's just one of the highest scoring matches when you combine them of all time. It's just unfortunate that the Caramel Mountain rose above. What is kind of the outlook going forward, and what's kind of your confidence level at, considering your good performances from before?
Well, first of all, the Caramel Mountain, that's just what he does. He rises above. Unfortunately, I just got put up against him, and I couldn't climb it that day. I think I'm fairly confident. I know that Sandy's a really strong competitor. But also he's a first timer here, so that might give me a little bit of the advantage. And I don't know, like I said, it's been a while, so I'm not cocky, thinking I'm going to take this one. I know it's probably going to depend on round 2, but I feel confident that if things go my way, I could take Sandy.
All right. Well, load up on that vitamin C. We'll drop it back, and we will bring in your competitor. He is making his TMGeek debut. He is the Sandman, Sandy Robinson. How are you?
Guys, I am pretty stoked to be here. This is really, really fun. I'm glad you guys invited me to do this. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Absolutely. So everybody knows pretty much who you are. You're all over the fan leagues. So we're definitely glad to have you here in TMG. So as far as you being, we'll call you a rookie, I guess,
Sure.
for all intents and purposes. But as far as your preparation coming into this, what have you been doing differently, I guess?
Nothing too much, just regular studying. I've got about 6 times this amount of cards. The stack is literally that high. Of just flashcards. of stuff that I need to study, and I have them separated into regular movie and geek stuff. So you just go through them. It's a good thing is that I can include my wife into it, and so she can just quiz me and then yell at me when I get something wrong. So it's all good. But no, I mean, the Caleb, I'm playing Caleb, and he's right. We did face off back in the old days of Joe. So I know what he's got, and just because I came out ahead at that time doesn't mean I'm going to come out ahead this time. The matches roll differently for everybody. You get your questions, and Caleb's right. Round 2 is where it's usually at. If you can survive, and get a few points in round 1 and kill it in round 2, you set yourself up for a pretty decent round 3. Then that's for anybody. So it just depends on what the spin of the wheel gives you, and how good you're feeling that night.
Absolutely. Aaron, anything for the Sandman?
No, it's good to see you again, man. Just
Good
great
to see you too, buddy.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring in mashed potatoes, and we'll get this thing started. We'll run some rules breakdowns for you, and here we are. So your match rules, you can earn 30 plus points possible. You get 3 repeats, 1 challenge per competitor per match. Please keep your hands up as much as possible. We'll kind of talk you through it if we see anything. So the rounds work like this. You can get 10 points in each round. We will do a bonus point in the first round. You do get steal opportunities in round 2, so you want to set yourself up because you can only earn 10 points in round number 3.
Okay.
Cool.
And round number 1 works like this. You'll get 10 random geek questions alternating for me and Aaron and me, right? Each question is worth 1 point. You do not get any punishment or any points taken away for any wrong answers. A perfect round 10 for 10 does get you that bonus question. Don't forget you do have your 3 repeats and your 1 challenge. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Good luck, Caleb.
Just
All right. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Good luck. And I'm going to pass it on over to Aaron for question number 1.
Respect to Caleb. I hope your phone insurance is good. Gentlemen, let's go ahead and
get a good case.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and get to question number 1, which is going to come to you in the category of adventure films as we begin our adventure here. Your question is, in Back to the Future Part 2, what is the name of Biff Tannen's grandson? And we only need his first name. As I think we could all guess what his last name is.
Yeah, that's probably pretty obvious.
I'll take
It's
the 3
Rojas.
point.
He's actually took his mother's name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, let's go ahead and go to Taters.
Griff.
And Sandy.
Griff.
Great start, gentlemen.
All right. Excellent start. Moving on to category number 2, which falls in the wizarding world. What is the name of the ghost that occupies the girls' bathroom and is seen in multiple films at Hogwarts?
With a name like Moaning Myrtle, there's a million dirty jokes you could possibly make. But when you remember she's 12 years old, you'd really
My board was up.
5, 4, 3.
So was mine.
2,
Yeah, I see
1. It. I saw the boards up. It's all good. It happens. We will start with Sandy.
That would be Moaning Myrtle.
Thank you. And mashed potatoes.
Oh, sweet. I thought I misspelled it, but I spelled it the same way as Sandy, so Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle is correct.
I thought it was EL.
You guys are writing very quickly so that Aaron did not just hand that one out.
Yeah.
All good.
We got you, man.
It definitely happens.
Still not as bad as Bruce Campbell.
Very, very true.
What has happened for the last 5 minutes? Let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on. Guys, this one's going to come in the category of the MCU. That stands for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'll just say it before I say it in the damn question. Here we go. In Captain Marvel, what is the name of the Kree Empire's capital planet?
Before you give this answer, I was going to say Moaning Myrtle's last name, just for fun fact, is Warren. Myrtle Warren.
That would make sense that a ghost is related to Ed and Lorraine.
There you go. And 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right. Repeat by Caleb. Who's first?
All right. Your repeat is in Captain Marvel. What is the name of the Kree Empire's capital planet? Both gentlemen thinking way harder than they want to on question 3. They thank you for that one, Kevin.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
And we'll go ahead and go to Caleb.
Nope. Blank board.
Oh, okay. Sandy.
Yeah, I don't like to leave a blank board, so I just wrote a squiggle.
It's a very beautiful scribble. You're looking for Hala.
Holla.
Ah,
Okay.
that's right. Okay.
Holla if you hear me. All right. Question number 4. Unfortunately, no perfect rounds today, but that's all right. Let's see what these gentlemen can do moving forward. Question number 4 comes in the category of Middle Earth. Middle Earth. In The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, what is the name of the skin changer that houses the company on their way to Erebor?
Listen, I just want to say there is no shame in anybody getting a Captain Marvel question wrong.
That is not. You're not wrong there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Sandman.
Line.
Mashed potatoes.
Bjorn, and I even did the little umlaut thing.
All right, Bayorn is correct.
Nice one.
All right. So Caleb takes a 3-2 lead.
All right. Guys, question number 5 is going to come in the category of X-Men. For those who don't know, that's the Marvel franchise that flamed out horrifically a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, starring Charles X-Men.
Here we go. Your question is, who plays Scott Summers, a.k.a. Cyclops, in the original X-Men trilogy?
Oh.
Speaking of a franchise that flamed out, quite literally.
I was going to say, that was a very appropriate way to put that. In 5.
See, I don't always say terrible things.
3. No, that's right. 2.
Repeat.
All right, Caleb's going to use a repeat.
Second repeat for Caleb. And your question is, who plays Scott Summers, a.k.a. Cyclops, in the original X-Men trilogy?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
There we go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
And we'll go ahead and go to Caleb.
So I had James Masters in my head for the longest time, but it's James Marsden.
That is correct. And Sandy.
James Marsden.
There we go.
The JTE pays off there for Caleb. As we move into question number 6, which falls in the DCEU, or Worlds of DC. Your question, gentlemen, in Shazam, what is the full name of Billy Batson's superhero enthusiast foster brother that helps him when he discovers his superpowers?
Oh, jeez.
It's what most people say when they take a look at the DCEU as a whole,
In 5,
or whatever they're calling it this week.
3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Sandy.
I think it's Captain Sparkle Fingers.
Mashed potatoes.
Freddie Freeman.
My favorite first baseman from the Atlanta Braves, Freddie Freeman.
I think I misheard the question, but that's all mine. Shit.
All right. Well, you still got 4 questions to go. We're going to ask you one of them right now with question 7. Which will come in the category of animated films. Your question is, what year did Megamind hit theaters? Yes, it is.
No, I know. It's just the bane of my existence.
Is this the...
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down.
All right. I'll go ahead and give Taters a second. I'll go to Sandy first.
I said 2009.
And Taters.
I said a year before Sandy, 2008.
We were looking for one after 2010.
Brooklyn owes Sandy a sandwich.
Bane of my existence.
Animation.
Moving on to category number 8, which is Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. In A New Hope, Uncle Owen wants to know if C-3PO speaks what language?
I like how between the animated, disguised, movie release dates question, you somehow found the bane of both of our players.
Yeah.
Seriously, Jeremy told me just the other day after I missed one that he watched in a match. He said, anytime you ask me to watch a movie, I'm giving you an animated movie. I'm like, damn it.
I love some animation. We'll start with the Sandman.
Ask if he can speak bocce.
And Caleb.
I spelled it like the Italian balls, but bocce.
Bocce is correct. All
For those
right.
curious, it's spelled B-O-C-C-E because Star Wars English makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. It's a Galactic Basic, actually.
That's right.
Sure it is. All right. Question number 9 is going to come in the category of DC films. These are the DC films that don't exist in a messed up timeline. Your question is, who directed Superman 3? You know, that classic.
It just gave me a really good idea to do a Star Wars match where you have to write an actual the Star Wars letter. 5,
I'll sit that one out. I'm
4,
good.
3,
Ryan's available.
1. Pins down. We'll go.
Let's go to mashed potatoes.
This is a total guess just because he screwed up the third Star Wars. So is it Richard Marquand?
And Sandy Robinson.
I said Alexander, and I was going for the last name, but I couldn't get it down in time.
Oh, very close. It was a Richard, and Alexander Salkin produced it. We were looking for Richard Lester.
Yep, I knew that one.
Yes.
Yep. Damn it.
All right. And our
Obviously not at the moment, but
10th and final round 1 question comes in the realm of taglines, geek movie taglines. So tell me, gentlemen, what geek film has taglines such as "People should not be afraid of their governments, governments should be afraid of their people," and "An uncompromising vision of the future from the creators of the Matrix trilogy"?
and you could have stopped that question at the first 3
I kind of
words.
figured. 5, 4, 3.
I'm going to repeat.
All right, Sandy, you're going to repeat. Here's first. Your category is taglines. What geek film has taglines such as "People should not be afraid of their governments, governments should be afraid of their people," and "An uncompromising vision of the future from the creators of the Matrix trilogy"?
Oh, fuck. Man, this really blows. I know it.
5,
Can
All
never
things
remember
people
it.
have said in a Wachowski film.
2, 1. Pens down. Did you get anything, Sandman?
No.
All right,
No.
Caleb.
That would be V for Vendetta.
Vendetta.
That is correct. All right.
Fucking Hugo Weaving does it to me again, bastard.
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving, another bane of Sandy's
I was
existence.
literally just telling my wife about this movie because I wanted at my comic shop they have the mask, and I was like, yeah, I really, really want that and I can't remember the name. Crap. All the time. Damn it.
All right.
All right.
Fun fact that that movie, at least according to the newspaper headlines, the virus broke out in 2020.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get that mask for sure.
Uncompromising vision of the future. All right. So here we go. We 7-4. Anybody's match. And as we move into round number 2, Aaron is going to take away the rules.
Absolutely. So many points on the table, gentlemen. This game is far from over. In round number 2, you guys are going to get a spin at the wheel. If you don't like what you land on, except for if it lands on opponent's choice, you guys will get a chance to respin once. Whatever category you land on, by however you get it, you will get 5 questions, each worth 2 points. If you're having a bit of trouble and want a little bit of help, you can go to multiple choice. However, that will make the question worth 1 point. Opponents, don't sit there and twiddle your thumbs. Listen in on the question, as you will have an opportunity to steal should your opponent miss. And of course, you keep your repeats and challenges. Both have a challenge if you hate us. Caleb, you have 1 repeat. Sandy, you have 2. Any questions?
No. But go get a visa.
Absolutely. I wish we got paid by them.
Sponsored by Visa tonight.
Yeah,
so the wheel was dropped in the chat. We're not going to reveal any strengths, but I will go over for Caleb since he is in the lead so he can make his decision. What is on the wheel for tonight? Tonight's wheel consists of the following: Star Trek original series, that's 1 through 6, animated geek films, Star Wars, Wizarding World, Carl Urban geek films, Batman, Marvel, movie release dates, and spinners and opponent's choice. So Caleb, would you like to spin first? Or would you like to defer to Sandman?
I think I'll go second.
All right, he's going to defer. So, Sandy, you will be spinning first. And your spin, sir, is away.
Kudos to the sick genius that picked Carl Urban films.
You're welcome. I am sick.
And it lands on Star Trek original.
Oh, no.
I'll take it.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, I'm curious as if he's going to keep this or not.
Well, and the funny thing about that whole spin was that it was slowing down on certain things, and I was like, get away from animated, and then it just all of a sudden went and spun around again. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah!
That would be my computer lagging just a tad, but
No
all
worries.
right, gentlemen. So, Sandy, you will have 5 questions in the Star Trek original series coming your way. Caleb, be ready for any steal opportunities. And Sandy, also don't forget about your multiple choice. I show 1 repeat remaining for Caleb and 2 repeats remaining for Sandy. All right, Sandy. Your first question in the Star Trek original series. What year did Star Trek The Voyage Home come out in theaters?
1986.
That is the correct answer for 2 points. Question number 2. In the motion picture, what is the name of the captain that Kirk uses his authority to take over command of the Enterprise from?
Do you want the full name or just the last name?
I'll take just the last name.
Decker.
Captain Willard Decker is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In The Wrath of Khan, Khan explains to his captors that he was exiled by Captain Kirk how many years prior?
Shit. Well, that's a good question, damn. And I should know it.
Answer multiple in 5, 4, 3.
I'll go multiple choice, damn it.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, 10 years, B, 12 years, C, 13 years, or D, 15 years?
I'm going to say 13.
13 is the incorrect answer. I'm going to go to Caleb. I'll repeat the question and the options. In Wrath of Khan, Khan explains to his captors that he was exiled by Captain Kirk how many years prior? Is it A, 10 years, B, 12 years, C, 13 years, or D, 15 years?
I was thinking this before he went multiple choice, so I'll say 15 years.
15 years is the correct answer. So Matt capitalizes on that steal.
So that's those the two where I was worried about. 13 sort of like was sounded okay to me, but it was nice steal, Caleb.
All right. So your penultimate question, Sandy, in the realm of Star Trek original series. What is the Vulcan word for a soul, which we learn can be restored into his deceased body in The Search for Spock?
Katra.
Katra is the correct answer for 2 big points. That brings Sandy to 10. And your final question. Who plays Lieutenant Uhura in the 6 original series films?
Nichelle Nichols.
That is correct for 2 more points. So Sandy doing a great job capitalizing on that category. And we have a 12-8 ball game. All right, let's bring the wheel back up. And Caleb will now get his spin.
Absolutely. Sandy doing a solid job in that round, taking it from 3 points down to 4 points up.
All right. So, Caleb, if you are ready, your spin is away.
Caleb using all the power and control he has to spin that wheel.
Indeed.
And it lands on the Wizarding World.
That depends on how into the Fantastic Beasts you guys got. I'll go ahead and spin again.
All right, going to use your respin. So whatever it lands on, as long as it doesn't land on Star Trek original series, you will be forced to keep that category.
Cool. Batman.
And it lands on Batman.
Oh, man, I almost had Carl Urban.
Almost. It was
He's right there.
Twice. You almost got it the first time, too.
All around the herb man. But, all right, so I will let Aaron take away Batman films.
Absolutely, Caleb. You will have 5 questions in the category centered around a man who wears tights and fights at night. And his respective films. All right, question number 1. In The Dark Knight Rises, what is the name of Gotham's football team that is playing when Bane takes over the referee's headset to announce he's holding the city hostage?
And multiple choice.
Absolutely. We're looking for, are they A, the Gotham City Wolves, B, the Gotham City Bats, C, the Gotham City Rogues, or D, the Gotham City Storm?
C, the Rogues.
That is correct. He will get his first point there. Question number 2. In Batman Forever, who plays Fred, the superior to Edward Nygma that Nygma ends up killing and framing for suicide?
Oh, geez, who plays him? Holy cow!
See his face.
He's one of those character actors that I've seen him a bunch of places. Multiple choice.
Absolutely. Your options are A, Harry Lee, B, Pat Hingle, C, Ed Begley Jr., or D, George Wallace?
It's Ed Begley Jr.
That is going to be another correct point for Caleb. As we move on to question number 3. In The Dark Knight, When the prisoner on the boat asks the warden to give him the bomb control device, and he'll tell them he took it by force, and, quote, do what the warden should have did 10 minutes ago, what does he do with the device?
He throws it out the window.
That is going to be correct for 2 points.
Porthole.
Yep.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, porthole window was acceptable either way. So that is going to be correct for 2 points. And that will tie the game up with 2 questions to go. Caleb. Question number 4. In Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, where is the gala held in which Bruce steals a data device, which is then subsequently stolen by Diana?
The Met? No, shoot. I shouldn't have. I should have gotten multiple choice. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I gave an answer, so it's probably.
Yeah.
I think Aaron's frozen.
I think Aaron might have frozen. That is incorrect. So
Right.
we will go to Sandy. I'll repeat the question unless Aaron comes right back. I'll go ahead and repeat the question. For Sandy, in Batman v Superman, where is the gala held in which Bruce steals a data drive, which is then subsequently stolen by Diana?
I think it's the Natural History Museum.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for LexCorp.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So nothing lost there by Caleb
Shit.
for his 2-point guess.
LexCorp.
All right.
I should have guessed.
And for question number 5, which could give you a potential 2-point lead, the question is, in Batman Returns, at the beginning of the film, what animal does the Penguin kill while locked in the cage his parents put him in?
Oh, jeez. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, a bird, B, a cat, C, a fish, or D, a dog.
Yeah, okay. Seems like it would be foreshadowing or whatever. I'll go with the cat.
And that is going to be correct to give you a 1-point lead going into round number 3.
Nice one.
1 point. So Max does a good job navigating a tough Batman category. Sandy did a good job as well, holding his own in that round 2. So we have a great match, 13-12, going into round number 3. Aaron, if you want to take away the rules for round number 3.
Absolutely. In round number 3, the competitors are each going to pick 3 numbers. They can pick them from 1 through 12 in whichever order they so like. Those numbers are each going to correspond with a question in a predetermined category. The first question is worth 2 points, the second question is worth 3 points, and the last question is worth 5 points. We will go back and forth until a competitor can gain no more points in order to take the lead. You guys also retain your repeats and challenges. Caleb, you have 1 repeat. Sandy, you have 2, and you both have a challenge on deck should you feel you need it.
Cool.
Rocking.
All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and go to Caleb. Since you are in the lead, you'll have the opportunity to pick your numbers first. Go ahead and select a number from 1 through 12, or 3 numbers from 1 through 12.
I'll do the tried and true 12, 1, and 6.
12, 1, and 6. And Sandy, please select 3 numbers from 1 through 12 that are not 12, 1, and 6.
This is awesome just because I already had my numbers picked and Caleb didn't take any of them. But listen to this. My numbers are 2, 7, and 11.
There we go.
Easy enough. All right.
A 1-point difference on every level.
Kismet.
And it's a 1-point game, so that is appropriate. All right, so we will swap who we gave questions to. I gave Sandy his round 2 questions, so I will let Aaron take away the round 3 questions for Sandy and get things kicked off.
Absolutely. Sorry, I get there in just 1 second.
All right. Well,
All right, so Sandy, for your first number, you picked number 2, and that is going to give you the category of Marvel films. This can be anything that was released by Marvel. And for 2 points, your question is, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, who voices the older, hardened Peter B. Parker?
come on.
In 5, 4, 3,
I'm not going to get it.
2, and 1. The answer we were looking for was Jake Johnson.
No, I wouldn't have got it.
All right. Well,
But you're not a
Stop.
fan of the new girl?
No. I am. I studied the other names of all the other characters, not the old Peter Parker. Damn. Shit.
all right. Well, he didn't get it on the 2-pointer, but he can get it on the 3-pointer. For that, you picked number 7, which will give you the category of mixed bag.
Go, Sandy. No KOs.
And your question is, in Sin City, what is the name of the area of town which the prostitutes run?
I hate this movie. Angel Avenue.
That does sound like a good prostitute area, but unfortunately we were looking for Old Town, which, if you've ever been to the real one in Florida, is also riddled with prostitutes. So pretty fitting. All right, Sandy. So
let's hit a category.
The 2 and the 3 haven't quite gone your way, but you have number 11, which will be a 5-pointer. With this one, you would get yourself back in the game and make Caleb have to answer more than one question to win. And that question for number 11 is going to be heroes and villains.
Wow, I got all the really good ones, didn't I?
And your 5-point question. In Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, young Anakin tells Padme he heard about angels from whom? And remember,
from the other pilots.
that is going to be correct for 5 points. Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Nothing like making you sweat, right? That will be correct for 5 points. He did hear it from the pilots, which means Sandy now holds a 17 to 13 lead, which means more than one question or a 5-pointer if we make it there. We'll do it for Caleb, but he will not have it easy to say.
All right, so putting the pressure on Caleb here. So Caleb starts off with question or category number 12, which falls in Star Trek.
Okay.
With your 2-pointer in Star Trek. What is George Kirk's pregnant wife's first name in Star Trek 09?
Oh, man. Jeepers.
And 5.
It's like my second least favorite Star Trek movie.
2, 1.
Martha.
It is not Martha. It is Winona.
Winona. Okay.
All right.
Or Winona.
Not Martha this time.
Not Martha.
Not Martha. Right.
Every other film. Yes.
So this one will be for stats, pretty much. So you'll need to hit your 5 for the win, but we will play on nonetheless. Category number 1 is where we go for your 3-pointer, and that falls in the realm of the MCU. The MCU. Okay. Your 3-point question in the MCU is as follows. As Peter Quill learns he can possibly use the light within Ego to create whatever he wants, he announces, "Here comes an 800-foot statue of Pac-Man, Skeletor, and what other pop culture figure?"
Sandy exploding with a mix of anger and joy over there.
Mm-mm.
It's an 80s thing. So Optimus Prime.
2. That is incorrect. We're looking for Heather Locklear.
Oh,
Heather
okay.
Locklear. All right, so we will move on to the game-deciding 5-pointer.
You got this.
We do have one repeat left, so we'll move on to category number 6, and that falls in the DCEU. DCEU. Worlds of DC. All right, your 5-point question. In Suicide Squad, according to Deadshot's on-screen bio, in meters from exactly what distance is Floyd deadly?
I'll just ask for the repeat now. I'm not sure I understood the question, but just give me the repeat.
Okay, no problem.
Use my last one.
All right. So let me ask it this way. In meters is the way I'm looking for the answer. So I'll take that part out. In Suicide Squad, according to Deadshot's on-screen bio, from exactly what distance is he deadly?
Oh, okay.
I'll give you that one for free because it was a little choppy, and that's my mistake. So I won't charge you the repeat.
Okay. Something ridiculous.
So repeat or answer in 5.
Repeat.
3.
Okay. I got it on the one. I seen it.
All right, here we go. In Suicide Squad, according to Deadshot's on-screen bio, from exactly what distance is he deadly?
Let's say
In 5.
1,200 meters.
And your winner, the Sandman Robinson, for 4,000 meters. 4,000 meters.
I was going to say 5, but
excellent job by both gentlemen.
Nice.
All right, so let's talk to Sandy, our winner for the evening. That was a hell of a battle for both guys. So close it out on a tough 5-pointer, a tough round 3 for both guys. So talk us through it. How are you feeling?
I always feel good after a win. I don't particularly feel great after this win. It was pretty close, and I had to hit a really obscure Star Wars question. Thankfully, I'm a prequelist, so I love the prequels, and especially Episode 1. But Caleb pushed me right to the limit. Like, if his 5-pointer was tough. Like, finding a number in that, it's really tough. But I think on any other given day, Caleb might have had me on this one. Just had, like, once again, like, I picked my numbers and they were complete garbage, except for the last one, which just happened to be a Star Wars question. Because remember, it was heroes and villains. It didn't have to be a Star Wars question. So, and he got some tough numbers too. So, you know what? I would gladly face Caleb again at any point in time. It was a great match. I love these type of matches where, we know stuff, and we're showing people that we know stuff, and we're thinking hard and we're playing to win. And Caleb was a little down on the weather today. He's got a little bit bit of a cold, and you know what? I just on that fact alone, I'd be willing to give him a rematch at some point. But whoever you guys got lined up for me next, I'm absolutely down for it. The Carmel Mountain is something that I want to climb and take over and stick my flag in. So you know what? The next person, whoever it is, I'm down.
All right. Well, you'll definitely be back. Congratulations on your first win in TMGeek. And we will see you back soon.
Thanks, brother.
All right. We'll drop Sandy to the back and bring in Mashed Potatoes, our unfortunate second place finisher. A really tough 5-pointer. Those on-screen bios in Suicide Squad are killer. Those are I like pulling those for 5s, but I know that people are not nerds like me and memorize those things. But anyway, we'll talk through this match. You had an excellent first round. You definitely know your stuff. You worked excellently through that Batman round. I know that probably wasn't the category you were aiming for.
Oh, I mean, definitely not. I think I said time.
Yeah, but yeah, you did what you had to do to stay in it. But yeah, tell us, what's going through your head.
I don't know. Like I'm of two minds. I think I played as good a game as I could have. I think my questions were way harder than Sandy's, but that's just the luck of the draw. I'm not blaming you guys. I'm just saying, like, I feel like my 2-pointer could have been a 5-pointer, but like it mentioned twice in the movie, I think. But it's just what I drew, so that sucks. I feel like I should have challenged on Sandy's 5-pointer because I'm pretty sure it's more specific than just the pilots. But again, I didn't because I didn't want to win that way, and so I didn't win.
That's fair. It does say Deep Space Pilots. I was going to leave that up to you, but we went with what with what it said. But anyway, you did great, and you will also be back this season as long as you're willing to play. So
I hope so.
I appreciate
Get me an easier opponent.
Absolutely. We may feed a rookie to you or something. No. I think if you were playing up to your if you're feeling better, you probably like you said you challenge that maybe.
I mean, yeah, I made mistakes all over this game. In round 2, I just threw out a joke answer before even thinking, like, oh, yeah, you can go to multiple choice.
Exactly.
Like, I screwed up a lot in this match. I was off of my game, for sure. But, it's nothing against you guys or Sandy. It was just, I'm not going to even blame being sick. I just couldn't pull it out today. That's all.
It happens, man. You also, like you said, you kind of been out of the game for a minute, so
I haven't been studying much except for like this last week. I got this all set up.
Well, you'll get back into it. You had a hell of a match. Aaron, anything for Caleb?
No, man. Just it's good to have you back, and that 1-2 record is a popular amongst players right now who are trying to fight their way up. So needless to say, it will be easy enough to get you another match, and we look forward to having you back then, man. Feel better.
Thanks, man. Also, I look forward to seeing Sandy climb the Caramel Mountain.
It's a tall task to climb.
It is.
Sure is.
All right. Thanks,
I believe the only man to ever conquer it became our champ. So
this is true. All right,
Brian's gonna hate that we're using his name as a sexual innuendo the whole time.
I know, right? I'm buried completely under the mountain, so that's all I know. Anyway, all right, so we'll close out this match. Sandy does come away with the victory, 17-13. It was an awesome match. Aaron, what are your closing thoughts, man?
Yeah, it was one of those matches, it's not the prettiest match you've never seen. It's not a flashy score. It's not anything insane, but it's two competitors who consistently seem to be handling a set of questions that weren't in their complete skill set, the one exception being Sandy getting the round 2 category he wanted there. But throughout round 1, you know, there were multiple times where it seemed like it was a little out of what their natural comfort in questions seems to be. And then round 3, I mean, during both sets of questions, the other one was looking at the other saying, I wish I could have had that question. So in those types of matches, you're just roughing it out. You're trying to get every point you can. And in the end, it's a pull on the 5 that puts Sandy in the position to have that 1-0 record as a rookie.
That's right. I hope to see both of these guys come tournament time for sure. So we'll definitely see them back soon to see if they can get another win on that record. All right, guys, this has been the second half of a doubleheader. Tune in next week for another doubleheader. We'll have a couple of rookie matchups for you. I do not have the names off the top of my head exactly, so I will not try to ramble them off. But I will have posts on the TMG Trivia Facebook page. So check that out, and we will see you next Sunday. I have been your host, Kevin the Philosopher Poss, for Aaron, for Sandy the Sandman Robinson, for Caleb Mashed Potatoes Hansen, and for my beautiful girlfriend helping keep score in the back. I appreciate you all, and I love you all. Keep geeking out.